Arsenal Fan TV, Mo, some of the players leaving there, and I'm surprised that they're getting applause because we say it should be egging the players. It was, again today, poor performance by the team.
Yeah, and it's all too frequent, Robbie. You know, Hull, Swansea, it's just all too frequent. Again today, and I say it to you so many times, first half, just nothing there, no urgency. But the worrying thing for me today is that, you know, in the past, when we'd lose, we'd come out and we'd say, oh, you know, the ref had a big impact, or it was this particular thing, you know, maybe one error from one player or one moment in the game, and we'd say that we were the better team, we dominated them. And I don't feel that we say that anymore. Really, it's a case of we don't actually play great football anymore, and Watford deserved it today. And that worries me. You know, when Swansea came and they won, you know, it wasn't that we were...
Same tactics they used, Swansea. Same tactics. Yeah. Counter-attack, get the ball forward quick, worked. Yeah. You know, every team's coming and doing it. Now, let's just cut to the chase now. You defended Arsene Wenger the other night when the banner was out. You said that the banner was wrong.
Disrespectful. It's not that I defended Arsene Wenger.
What's your opinion now on the manager? A lot of fans today saying that they've had enough now. Yeah. They feel it's time for him to go. What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, and let me make it clear. It's not that I defended Wenger. Do you know what I find very strange?
All right, but I'm asking you, forget the defending.
I'll clarify
you don't have to clarify that. I want to know. I want to know your opinion.
On Arsene Wenger.
Yeah.
So I'll clarify my stance on Arsene Wenger. People mistake me for being an Arsene Wenger fan, you know, like always wanting him in. It's not the case. I don't really care who our manager is. I just support the club. You know, when Bruce Rioch or even Stuart Houston as a caretaker manager was in charge in that hot seat, I was backing him every single game. I really couldn't care less who it is. That's just incidental to me.
But do you feel that a change is needed? Because this is what some fans are saying. They're saying that they're looking out there and they're seeing the same thing week in, week out.
Yeah.
And they're saying that they feel that they're not disrespecting him. They're just saying that they feel a change is required. I'm just asking, do you feel that as well?
I think a change is required 100%, and it's about where that change should occur. And that's a conversation that I think we should be having. For me, if someone offered me, I rate Guus Hiddink as a manager. I think he's a very good manager. I think he's done very well in the Premier League. And I don't think many people are talking about him as a potential. Even with the whole Chelsea connection, I still take him. So if someone said to me, you're going to either have Guus Hiddink for Arsene Wenger next year, or you're going to have Usmanov for Kroenke next year, but you're only allowed one of these changes. For me, I would take Usmanov over Kroenke. That would be the transfer that I make, because I think the problem is bigger than the manager. And my concern is that, you know, it's very easy to say that, yeah, we should change a manager. And I completely accept that that is also a variable that might yield success, or it might yield results if we were to change that. But I also worry that someone could come in and be constrained by the same lack of ambition and the same problems that Arsene Wenger currently has. I'm not saying Arsene Wenger's faultless at all, and I completely sympathise with people that want him out. What I would say, look, it's much harder to change the owner, right? And if we're not going to change the owner, it's also much harder to change the board. So if we're not going to change the owner, and if we're not going to change the board, then I'm all for change of the manager, because we need change. The one thing I won't accept is just doing nothing about it. So if that means we're going to have to change a manager because he's not the right man for the current setup, then so be it. And that's what I believe. I think the way the club is working right now, with the owner that we've got, who recently said, you don't involve yourself in this industry to win championships, that's such a disgusting comment. That is a horrific comment. I cannot believe he's had the audacity to say that. He treats Arsenal shareholders and Arsenal fans with in so much contempt that he's not willing to talk to us. He's not willing to conversate with us. We don't even know what these this consultancy advice is that he takes £3 million for. That's the level of contempt we get from him. Yet in a sports conference, he praises a guy from South Africa that gets a helicopter to the Arsenal, and he talks about not being in this industry, not being in this position to win championships. That is disgusting. And this is why I believe that's where the real problem lies. So I'd love to change him, but you can't force someone to sell their stake. Also, you can't force him to change up the board. So if that means we change managers, then yeah, so be it. You know, we're at a point now where I think, I said this last week as well, but it seems like people don't actually listen to what I say. You have to be very, very blinkered to not realise where people that want to change a manager are coming from. You know, they're being proved right. They really are being proved right. And fair play to them, they've been calling it for many, many years. I still maintain the fact, though, that I would rather have the owner change, because his comments sum it up. They really sum it up. We are being taken for a ride. I want to give a bit of credit to Charlton fans who chucked on about like a few hundred beach balls onto the pitch today as a protest. Until Arsenal fans decide to do something and get together and actually do something to show our dissatisfaction, whatever the hell it is. I don't care if it's beach balls or walking out or whatever the hell it is. We need to do something, because ultimately, Stan Kroenke is taking us for a ride. His comments were horrific. They were absolutely disgusting this week. And where's the backlash? Absolutely nothing. All we do is we slate Arsene Wenger. We also need to realise where else these problems lie in the club and do something about it.
And I'm going to say to you, Mr. Gazidis, are you going to talk to the fans? Because I'm sick of you turning around and saying all your questions when they're doctored at the shareholders meeting. Come down and meet the real fans. Come down and answer our questions. But what we're having, because at the moment, you're happy. When it's a full stadium and turning out that, you're happy because you're getting your money.